DC Style Files.
Hi, welcome back to DCTV. I'm DC. Before I get started tonight, I'd just like to acknowledge that I'm hosting this on the traditional lands of the Wurundjeri people. You might be tuning in from other parts of Australia. I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the various lands where you might be joining me today. I pay my respects to elders past, present, and emerging. So welcome back to DCTV. I'm DC, a stylist and fashion blogger, fashionista, and I host the DC Style Files. And DCTV is an up-late TV show where we talk fashion and I solve fashion dilemmas and have different segments on the show, mostly fashion related. So welcome, thanks for joining tonight. So tonight I'm in lockdown. The circumstances tonight are that I'm in lockdown. So unfortunately, the house band 8 Yorks is not joining us tonight in person. Instead of 8 Yorks, there's a plant where 8 Yorks would normally sit. But she's provided some pre-recorded some tunes for us to listen to, and they're in the background. I think that she's, I think at the moment, the music you're hearing is a cover of a Formaldehyde song, and that's the song that is the opening credit or opening theme tune for DC Style Files. So I hope you can enjoy those musical treats. And we do still have a live audience tonight. Let's go to the live audience. So that's the live audience. They were able to attend in the live audience because they live in the house where I am. And they're all wearing masks and protected against transmission of the virus. How are you going, everyone? How's the live audience going? Good? Might check in a bit later. So unfortunately 8 York's not able to attend because of the lockdown restrictions. Studio audience can attend. So last week in the chat, no, maybe it wasn't in the chat, but I did get a message from Alana, who asked me if she posed me a fashion dilemma during the week. She said, "Hey DC, as masks are now mandatory in Melbourne, I was wondering if you could give me some ideas on not losing my mask." So thanks for that question, Alana. I have had a similar question once before posed by Murray, because I have answered a few fashion dilemmas in earlier lockdowns, and Murray asked a similar question. I guess a lot of people are experiencing that difficulty. So I've got a few suggestions that I can just show you straight away to might help with your fashion dilemma. So the first thing is you might want to, with this mask here, I've attached my house keys. So I never lose my house keys. So if my mask is attached to my house keys, then I won't lose my mask. So that's one solution for you, Alana. Another solution for not losing your mask is just hang your mask, just hang it around your head like this. I've clipped on, I've clipped the mask on with some elastic and some clips. That can dangle down and it's always going to be attached to you then, so you won't lose your mask. The third solution I've got for you, Alana, is how to not lose your mask is I always take my sunglasses with me everywhere. I never forget them. So with this solution, I've attached a mask to a pair of sunglasses. And this ties off, oops, where's that? Yep, so this ties at the back here. And that way, as long as you've always got your sunglasses, you've always got a mask to carry with you. So that's the third solution. And then the fourth solution, how to not lose your mask. Ideas on not losing your mask. I've got this t-shirt and I've attached, basically I've attached the mask onto the clothes. So if you attach the mask into the clothes, you will always be also attached to your mask. So I just might take my microphone off. I'll put this shirt on. Okay, so yeah, this is the t-shirt. So as long as you're wearing your t-shirt, you're going to have your mask is attached to the t-shirt, and I've put this little window here made of tulle so that I can see fine. And then, but if I just sort of push up this, that's the mask that's providing me protection all the time. So in this case, you will never forget your mask. That's a fourth option for you. Alana, some ideas on not losing your mask. Okay, so I might just take this t-shirt off. Yeah, so thanks Alana for asking me the question. It's very topical because we've just gone into lockdown in Melbourne and everyone has to wear a mask at the moment, and easy to lose track of your mask and lose it. So there's just some solutions for you for keeping hold of your mask. I thought that also, because we're in lockdown, I thought I might just revisit a couple of other ideas I had for lockdown fashion. I explored a few fashion dilemmas last time during lockdowns 1 and 2, and now that we're in lockdown 4, it might be useful to just have a revisit of some of the fashion advice that I have for people who are going through lockdown. During the first lockdown, it was all very scary, and I just went around my house quickly. I found a garment bag and an inflatable pool floaty and some plastic and some gaffer tape, and I set about making a biohazard suit. It seemed, because we didn't know how bad this virus was going to get, and it seemed like maybe you would need something like that. So I gave a bit of a tutorial to my viewers on how to make a biohazard suit. that they might want to wear. But it turned out not to be that useful. Masks were more important. So I made a few masks, experimented with the form, experimented with branding on the mask, and just provided a few ideas. And I made these little guys on sticks, these little drawings of suits. This is for giving some advice for Zoom teleconferencing. So you can wear your pajamas, just slip in front of the suit, and you can attend a work meeting on Zoom, doing Zoom teleconferencing. So that's just a little shortcut, so you can wear singlets or whatever you want around the house. Don't even need to brush your hair, and you're ready for a teleconferencing meeting on Zoom. So there are just a few tips that I have for lockdown fashion. If you want to have a look at the full videos, you can go to my website or go to my YouTube channel, watch the full videos. You might even have a fashion dilemma or a fashion emergency yourself that's brought on by this lockdown 4. If so, get in touch with me. I've just got a little bit of a promo for that. Let's have a look. Yep, okay. Hi, DC here from the DC Style Files. Do you have a fashion emergency? If so, get in touch with me and I'll get back to you with a fashion solution. Okay, so yeah, if you have a fashion dilemma or you have just a question about fashion to ask me, or do you just want to get in touch, contact me on social media or on YouTube in the chat. Just let me know and I'll get back to you in one of these DCTV late night episodes. So I had a fashion dilemma posed to me by Morpho, someone calling themselves Morpho. Let's have a look at the, this is Morpho with their fashion question.
Hello DC, I have a fashion dilemma. I've only ever worn a morph suit, and to be honest, it's rather monotonous. I want to embrace my inner flair, but I'm not sure where to start. Can you offer me some advice? Thanks in advance, Morpho.
Yeah, so that's the fashion dilemma I was given by Morpho. So who's Morpho? I don't know. Maybe some sort of superhero who only ever wears a morph suit or only has up until this point in time. And thinking of branching out and expressing a bit of inner flair. But I assume that from within the confines of still wearing a morph suit. Morpho gave me a morph suit. This is the morph suit that Morpho gave me to do some experiments with to help them in coming up with a solution for helping them to experiment and show a bit of their inner flair. So that's the morph suit that they gave me. And I can see why this would be a bit restrictive because it's just one color and it's all the same texture in this morph suit, and there's not a lot of variety within the outfit, so I can see why maybe someone who's only ever worn a morph suit like this would maybe want to, at some point, experiment and try some other looks out, or maybe add to their look with some accessories or something like that. In case you don't know what if you're not sure what a morph suit is, a morph suit is something that's often used in theatre or I guess film and TV as well. Yeah, they come in different colours. So that's some of the colours that you can get a morph suit in. And they're kind of used for people who want to hide behind the scenes and camouflage a bit. Like, for example, a puppeteer. Puppeteers would maybe wear a morph suit because they want to hide in the background and not be seen. So that's the purpose of a morph suit. I've used in theatre, and like for example, on my set here, I've got a black curtain there, and one of the tech people here at DC Star Files HQ actually was wearing a black morph suit when they moved the plant in a little bit earlier on today. Let's have a look. Yeah, so that was one of the techs earlier on, and it's hard to. I mean, it's as if the plant appeared in the background, as if by magic, and they were totally camouflaged and hidden against the curtain. So next up, so yeah, when I was coming up with a fashion solution for Morpho, I put the question. I asked Kenneth to do a little bit of research for me and see what he could come up with. So Kenneth is actually here in the studio live tonight. Let's go to Kenneth. Hi Kenneth, how you going?
Hi DC.
So what research have you come up with, Kenneth, that's to help me with coming up with a fashion solution for Morpho?
In helping come up with a solution to Morpho's fashion dilemma, I've been looking into famous fashion designer and performance artist Lee Bowery. His inner flair was so strong, and he expressed it through flamboyant costumes and makeup that were totally out there. Originally from Melbourne, he became an influential and lively figure in the underground clubs of London. He often wore outfits that displayed bold silhouettes, creating lots of big round shapes and curves that exaggerated parts of his body, for example his stomach, buttocks and head. He wore sharp spikes sometimes. He often covered up his face by using masks and thick expressive makeup, and also wore defensive head coverings like helmets. He often dressed in colourful outfits and with patterns. There was nowhere Lee Bowery wouldn't go with fashion. He was very influential and inspired other designers and performers. Morpho and DC, maybe he could inspire you?
Wow, thanks Kenneth. That's really good research. That's amazing outfits. Thanks for looking into Lee Bowery.
Not a problem, DC. I love researching fashion.
Okay, well, that's Kenneth's corner, and that's very. Kenneth has gone and done some good research there. Be very helpful for coming up. Been very helpful in coming up with a solution for Morpho. So let's go. What's next? Let's go to different place. Okay, so here. So yeah, Morpho. The question from Morpho is that I've only ever worn a morph suit, but it's getting monotonous. How can I explore my inner flair? So thanks for the question, Morpho. This is the morph suit that Morpho usually wears, or I think that Morpho's got a few different morph suits, and this is the one that they dropped off to me here at the DC Style Files HQ. So, Morpho, one idea I had for you, Morpho, is that the morph suit is very figure-hugging, or it sort of conforms to your form, and you've always got that shape of, I guess it's like a human shape, where the morph suit is really hugging to you. So one suggestion I have is that you might want to include some accessories that maybe play with the silhouette and give you a bit of a different outline. And you can choose different accessories and add to it and subtract and just play with the form. That might be a way to explore your inner flair. So let's have a look. So I made a few accessories, and let's have a look here. I made this ruffled collar out of scuba, and it's like very bouncy and big, got a lot of body there. It's like double layered, and that really adds to some, it can add to your silhouette and just sort of mix things up a bit. I also made this little mini one, also out of the scuba material. It's very springy, and there's a matching wrist one, and you can, very, very springy and a lot of inner flair coming out there. And the other thing I made was a poncho. Made it out of a big, heavy, furry material, and you can. It hangs down, and it really does give you a different sort of form instead of the normal morph suit form. And you can add these together, combine them to create a look that's quite different to the look that you had with your morph suit. Still using the morph suit, of course, but just creating a bit of a different silhouette. So, I mean, I'm assuming that Morpho, because he's only ever worn a morph suit, you're wanting to venture out from the morph suit, so you're wanting to add to that, but you're still going to be in the morph suit, basically, and then adding on with other accessories to express your inner flair. So another thing that you could do, Morpho, is you might, maybe instead of experimenting with the form or the shape of your outfit, you might want to add colour through accessories. So even just a little bit of colour, starting with your morph suit form and the colour. Well, let's see. For example, you could even actually just change the colour, wear a green morph suit instead. Or here's a pink one that it's a bit of a DIY job morph suit. So that's another option. You might want to just totally change to a different colour, but staying with the morph suit theme. Because I'm thinking, Morpho, that you don't want to, your name is Morpho, so you want to stay with the name of Morpho, and you continue to wear a morph suit, but you'll be adding on accessories or maybe changing the colour just to express that inner flair, which is what you wanted to express. Or maybe you stay with your black morph suit, like the one that you gave me, and just add a few colourful accessories to just to add a little bit of colour. So, for example, in this look, I've chosen rainbow accessories, and I've matched them and put them on top of the morph suit. So I've got some rainbow wristbands, I've got like a nice pink sash, I've got a rainbow headwear, and rainbow sunglasses. Combining accessories to just add a little bit of flair, creative flair on top of your morph suit. In this one, I've chosen some leopard print accessories. So there's a knee pouch, my leopard print swimming togs that I wear to the pool. There's some wristbands. I made a little leopard print tie. There's the leopard print mask. It's all neon and a bit of a bauble headwear. Again, combining accessories and just adding them onto the morph suit to add a little bit of colour. You can give and take as much as you want or as little as you want. And in this third look, I've chosen metallic colours and matched the metallic accessories. So there's a bronze visor there and a gold chain, some silver gloves that I've added, nice long silver gloves that go up the arm, and then some sequined pants, silver sequined pants, and some gold leggings. And so that's a few looks that's just experimenting with a bit of colour morpho. So adding a little bit of colour to your look, your base look of the morph suit, which you always wear. And what are we up to next? And the morph suit is, these morph suits, like the one that you've given me, is another use for them is that they're used in video and TV. And because it's one colour, you can, when you're doing post-processing in the video program, you can take out that one colour and change it to something else, or put another video where that one colour was. And Morpho, I'm assuming that you would have this ability to do this, to key out your colour just in everyday life. And maybe that's something that you might want to consider doing. So, for example, I've just keyed out some of the colour in these outfits that I showed before. In this one, I've added some sky video in the background with a little bit of rainbow as well. So that's keying out the colour of the morph suit and adding to the rainbowness of the look. In this one, I've gone full leopard print or cheetah print. This is like quite a, this has become a really great full-on look now. And then this one, I've added to the glitz of this look by adding some gold glitter. And now it's really metallic and gold. And I'm assuming that this is an option that you have Morpho. Even just walking down the street, you can change the colour of the outfit to red or blue, green. And these are all options that I assume that you have access to Morpho. So I think I'm almost finished with Morpho's fashion dilemma. And they're just a few options that I'm providing, I guess, with accessories and so on. And Morpho, you might want to combine them as you see fit, and add accessories that change your silhouette, change the colour of your outfit, add a little bit here and there, add a dog, for example, as an accessory, as a way of exploring your inner flair while still sticking to your outfit, which is a morph suit, which is what you wear all the time. Okay, so that's that's a fashion dilemma solved. So I hope that helps Morpho. I hope that that gives you an idea of how to accessorize your morph suit and to explore your inner flair and express it a little on the outside. I might just go to ad now, and I'll be back soon.
DC has arrived. Welcome everybody to DCTV. Thank you for joining live. He's rolling in the A-listers. He'll do any interview. What have you found out about the world of fashion this week?
Stay tuned for Kenneth's Corner.
And it's all happening live on YouTube. Let's make some clothes. DCTV starring DC. Monday nights at 9 PM live on the DC Style Files YouTube channel.
Welcome back to DCTV. So I'm your host DC. I'm here Monday nights from 9 discussing fashion. And I might just head into the chat room now. So a few messages in the chat room. Angela, not sure what that is. Bad Teeth 69, I'm on the drug that killed River Phoenix. Nancy C, brilliant. Oh, that's not the top. Let me just go to the other chat room, or the rest of the chat room. Let's go way up the top. So, thanks for joining, Angela. Thanks for joining, Nancy C. She says, so excited to see you. Lockdown highlight. Jamie, missing you in the audience tonight. Angela. Yep, it's a shame that you can't join the live audience tonight, Angela. You've been a real regular viewer in the live audience. Nancy C says, amazing tunes, 8 Yorks. Bad Teeth 69, thanks for joining, Bad Teeth 69. Says that I look stylish as always. Let's see, just skipping through a few. Everyone's saying hi, hope you're okay in lockdown. Alana says thank you. Thanks for that's okay, Alana. Thanks for sending me the question. Asha says, I have a fashion dilemma now we're in lockdown. Health workers are having to wear PPE. The problem with this uniform is that during lockdown, people are also putting on a lot of COVID kilos. How could someone comfortably use fashion to hide their extra kilos while still being correctly dressed in their uniform? Yeah, that's a good question, Asha. So, yeah, I think that I noticed that during the last lockdown that I did put on some kilos, and then it can have an effect on whether your clothes still fit. And sounds like you're a health worker, or yeah, so you're wearing a health worker uniform. I'll have a look, do a bit of research, get back to you with a better answer about that. But thank you for asking the question. I'll take that on note and ask in a couple of weeks. I'll come up with a solution next week or the week after on DCTV. Nancy C, love the sunnies and mask. Thanks, Nancy C. The option, that's the option for not forgetting your mask. Very stylish beekeeper t-shirt, that's Bad Teeth 69. Just trying to pick out a few, and now I think we're back to the screen that everyone can see, right? Jamie, applause. Frilled neck morpho, that's Bad Teeth 69. Peter says, suddenly feel the urge to pursue a new career as a DCTV plant mover. Yeah, you could, if it's not lockdown, Peter, then you could definitely join the team as a plant mover. Hopefully, when it's not locked down, 8 Yorks will be back in the studio playing on my right. So we've got a need for a tech person to move the plant out and put the keyboard back in. Angela, looks like a good job, Pete. Nancy C, is it difficult to breathe in the morph outfit with the additional mask? It's pretty breathable. It's a bit difficult to see if you add extra layers on to the morph suit. But as far as breathing goes, I think it's okay, Nancy C. Angela, sizzling looking metallic. Half Asian, can morph suit keep one warm or cool? It definitely can, half Asian, because it's been very cold lately, and I've been jumping into the morph suit to try to warm up. I've been really grateful for that all-over body coverage. Bad Teeth 69, were you in Daft Punk DC? No, I wasn't. Morph suit is cool and hot. Angela, I want to be Sky. Jamie, Jacking Jack, sorry we couldn't come over for live audience, DC. Jacking Jack is the people who live across the street. Hopefully next time, Jacking Jack, I can have you in the live audience when the lockdown restrictions get lifted. There'll be more episodes, so I'd love you to come in the live audience. Cesar, hello from Queensland, great TV show. Thanks, Cesar. Thank you for tuning in. Angela, styling in that dog coat. She liked the dog accessory of the last look. And Mr. Squiggle, DC, I love you. Every day is a fashion dilemma for me. Do you offer personal stylist services? Yes, I do, Mr. Squiggle. So you've actually asked a fashion dilemma, and I plan to answer it in a future episode. So yes, I do offer that personal service of answering fashion dilemmas. So, and I will be answering yours soon on DCTV. So that's the end of the chat. Thanks everyone for joining and for chatting. I'm just going to go to the next segment, which is Viewer of the Week. And this week, the Viewer of the Week is Akiko. So Akiko has asked a number of fashion dilemmas over the time, and that's why she's Viewer of the Week. Congratulations, Akiko. Oops. Okay, so now where am I? Akiko. So Akiko asked me a question about shade solutions when riding her bike. I provided this tulle bag that you could wear over your head while riding a bike. She also asked me a question about post-operation fashion. She had an operation. I made this comfortable outfit out of a blanket for her, and I even left a little line where the operation was. And this one was breastfeeding fashion, which I talked about on the show last week. So those are just a few fashion dilemmas that Akiko has asked me, and for asking so many, that's why Akiko is the Viewer of the Week. So yeah, congratulations, Akiko, Viewer of the Week. And because you're Viewer of the Week, I've got a photograph here that I'm just going to sign for you, and I might move camera 2 over, and you get a signed photograph. So let's go over to camera 2. Yeah, that one looks good. And I'm just going to write out something for Akiko. Dear Akiko, stay stylish. Love. Oops. And I'll just draw a pair of sunglasses on here and write my initials. So, love, DC. So that's going to be coming your way, Akiko. That's this signed photo. So let's just go back over here. Yep, so there's the signed photo for Akiko. So stay stylish, Akiko. This is something that you can add to your collection, maybe put it on the fridge. Thanks for your support of the DC style files. So I might just check in at the chat just before we go. Akiko says, she asked for more applause from the studio audience. Let's see. There's the studio audience. Congratulations, Akiko, for being Viewer of the Week. And Badtooth69, yay for Akiko. Hi Queenslanders, says Nadsy. They are a quiet lot, that audience. Yes, they are a bit of a quiet lot. Alana, how do we win Viewer of the Week? I don't know, Alana. I think asking fashion dilemmas is a good start. You've asked a couple already. Yeah, I don't know if there's any real system to becoming Viewer of the Week, but each week there is another Viewer of the Week, so who knows, anyone's number might come up. We always need content for this TV show, so I'm going to keep picking Viewers of the Week. And maybe if I think more about my criteria, I might let you know on the next show next week. Just on the spot, I can't really think. Half Asian signed photo is to be click and collect or delivered. I'll deliver this signed photo. Thanks, Half Asian. So yeah, that'll be coming very soon. Okay, well that's so hopefully next week I'll have 8 Yorks back here in the studio playing live. But thanks 8 Yorks for your musical treats, and hopefully we'll have a live studio audience as well, as long as these lockdown restrictions get lifted. But thanks for joining, everyone. I might just head to over here. Stay fashionable and stay safe in lockdown. And I'm going to keep working on fashion dilemmas. I'll be back next Monday, 9 o'clock. I'm here every Monday from 9, talking fashion and doing the DCTV. So I'm going to sign out now. Thanks for joining. See you next Monday.
The DC style file.